Hello, Antonio.
Hello, teacher.
How's your day?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. What did you do today?
I just finished watching the football match between Brazil and Mexico.
Oh, and how did that go?
They tie.
They tied.
Yes, it's
Oh, that's
difficult.
wonderful.
Is good for us, for Spanish people.
Well, I kind of wish I could watch the game, but I have to work when the games are on. Hi, Maria.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Little tired. Almost end of the day.
Oh, okay.
How's your pronunciation coming? Have you been doing your homework?
Um, can you repeat me, please?
Have you been doing your homework?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Good. And what's the weather like where you are right now?
Um, Sorry, teacher, but wait me a moment, please. I
All
have
right.
a problem with my headset,
Okay.
and I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, now. Can you repeat me, please?
What was my question? Oh, what's the weather like?
Weather. Weather. Um, Now it's I don't know how hot. No, 29.
It's pretty warm.
Yes, and it's 5 5 o'clock in Colombia. And yes, it's warm.
Very nice. Well, glad you could make it. We're going to do some pronunciation today, and I don't know what the lesson's going to be today because I need to hear what you guys think about what we should do. But let me finish introductions first. Raphael, sir.
Hello, Simon.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Not too bad. It's a little rainy here today.
I see.
Very humid.
I see. So it's summer there, or it's almost summer, I think.
Almost summer. Yeah, it's only 80 degrees, but it feels like it's 100.
Yeah, yeah. When it's a hill, the day seems more hotter than it really are when it's humid, I think.
Yeah, and we're getting that tropical rain right now. So if my power goes out, I might lose a connection, but we'll see. Sometimes that
Let's
happens.
let's hope not.
I know, that would be horrible.
Yes,
Well, thanks for coming.
thanks.
Sarah, hello.
Hi,
How are you today?
fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
So, I must say my pronunciation class is one of the more popular ones, so I'm glad you could make it. I don't know at what point the class was full, but when I checked an hour ago, it looked like it was full, so glad you could make it in.
Mm, um, no, it's good. Good to know how to say how to have English American accent or how to say the word in correct way.
Not a problem. I'm glad to help you. I keep looking because I can hear the rain hitting the side of the house. It's so heavy.
You said before. You said today is hot or something.
Yeah,
What's
it is
the,
relatively hot today, so I
what
can show you the temperature.
what's the temperature?
So there you go. Oh, it's warmer than I thought.
Oh my God.
17?
No, 85 degrees.
85?
Yeah, 85 degrees.
Where that place? Impossible.
No, I'm showing you the weather forecast right now. There's the temperature. It's 85, but it feels like 98 with the humidity.
In
And you can
Kuwait,
see,
it's 45.
well, it's cold. But you see, here's the major thunderstorm coming through right now.
Not cold in Kuwait. It's hot more than any place else. But
Well,
I don't know about the degree. It's Celsius or what or Fahrenheit.
yeah, it's Fahrenheit, but you can see it's pretty cold, and a lot of rain's coming down. Very heavy storm. It's not a big storm, but it's heavy.
I like rains.
Yeah, not this kind of rain. It's fun to watch, but it usually knocks out the power.
Okay.
You guys want to see how heavy the rain is?
Yeah.
All right, let me sneak upstairs. I gotta connect to Wi-Fi right now because I have to disconnect. All right, let's. Oh, that is heavy.
I should put the cushion in to take the cushion. I thought it afterwards.
I hope it's rain in Kuwait like this.
Yeah, it's you can see it's almost it's like fog. It's just that very heavy.
You in America, right?
Nope.
Where?
Yeah.
Just they want to see the weather. There's people in my house. So no, I'm not American. What makes you think I'm an American?
Your face.
Oh well, I've got a British face.
I don't know. Where the weather place? I wanted to travel to this place.
It is just north of Toronto.
So you from British?
I am British, but I live in Canada right now.
Okay, nice.
All right, so let me turn off Wi-Fi because I want to make sure I'm on the proper network. So open network. Let me just check my preferences because it's always faster if I'm on the local area network. Ah, good, it's connected. So let's disconnect wireless. Turn on. Rainy here. Not normally this hard, but this is what we call a major thunderstorm coming through. And oh, I see a few others have joined. Hi, Ivan and Giovanni and Ahmed. How are you guys?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, teacher. Nice to have you.
Good to see you. Well, we've got to get into our lesson today. It's okay to have some conversation, but I promised last class that you guys would pick what we do. We can either do word pairs, where I give you guys words, for example, light and lit, and we take turns speaking these words. The nice thing about these kind of words is they're very simple words, and it's usually a difference in a vowel sound. Okay? So that's what we could do. We could do word pairs. We could also do tongue twisters. A whole class in just tongue twisters. It would be tough, but also fun.
Tongue twisters.
Hold on, let me...
What does that mean, tongue
Hold
twister?
on. The other option is you guys just ask questions and we spend some time over words that you may have trouble with, how to pronounce certain words. Or we could do a little bit of each. So everybody has a vote. What I want you to do is vote in the group chat area and say which one you want. Tongue twisters are exercises for your mouth. You might say, an example of a tongue twister would be, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood it could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
nice.
Trastigli.
No way.
All right. So everybody, let's vote. You get to choose the class you want. I've got the material ready. What would you guys like to do? Word pairs, tongue twisters, open-ended questions about pronunciation? What do you prefer?
Tongue twister.
Tongue twisters. One vote for tongue twisters.
What's the another choice?
Oh, I've already told you the choices twice. I won't repeat it.
Okay. Whatever. Anything.
Well, if nobody else says anything, it's
Word. I would you the
word pairs.
Word pairs. Yes.
Okay, one vote for tongue twisters, one vote for word pairs.
Word pairs, me too.
Two votes for word pairs.
Word pairs are one. Word pairs are two. Sold.
I feel
tied up.
I feel I'm in restaurant.
And it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. All right, 2 votes for tongue twisters, 2 votes for word pairs. Come
I
on.
won.
No, it's tied right now. All right, Raphael, what do you think? Sir, decide the vote.
Word pairs.
Word pairs it is. Okay.
3 against 1. Okay.
Well, no, it's 3 against 2.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what I want you guys to do is I want you to go into Google Drive. Okay? So open up Google Drive. Oops. Let's open up Google Drive and click on Hangout Notes. Because this is where I'm going to keep my word pairs. Right, so everybody, if you could go into Google Drive.
Yes.
And click on Hangout Notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with Antonio. The first word pair we have here is, and let me get close so you can see my lips. I'm right on the floor here so I can get close to the camera. Lit, light. Lit, light. Okay, look at my lips. They change. Not only that, the vowel sound changes, okay? Antonio, go ahead, please.
Let, light.
Lit.
Let, light.
Okay, just repeat after me. Lit.
Let,
light.
light.
Better, better. Okay, Giovanni. Lit, light.
Lit, right.
Light.
Light.
Okay. When you're speaking, guys, don't move a lot of paper around because I can't hear you. Okay, so I really need to hear. I need quiet in the class when we do this. Okay, again, light.
Light.
Thank you. Well done. Ivan, lit. Lit. Ivan? Okay, Ivan, you're breaking up. I can't really hear you. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you, Ivan. Crit.
Red, light.
Crit.
Okay.
Are you there, Crit? All right, we'll go to Maria. Maria, lit.
Lit,
Light.
like,
Lit.
lit,
Light.
light,
I.
I,
Light.
light,
Good. Raphael, lit.
Lit.
Light.
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 Lit.
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 Very well. You're doing it well. I'm just trying to refine it a bit more for you.
Okay.
So you guys, it might seem like I'm a little tougher on Raphael, but Raphael's one of our advanced students. So as I teach each one of you guys, I'll be harder on some than others depending on what your level is. All right, Rosario.
Okay, now it's my turn.
It is.
Lit, light. Lit.
Very well
light.
done. Yeah.
Lit, light. Lit, light.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you.
I got so excited. Okay.
I see that. All right, Sarah.
Yes.
Lit.
Let.
Lit.
Let.
Light.
Light.
Good. Ivan, are you there? Ivan,
Yes, I'm trying to reset my connection, but I'm okay.
It's better now, so let's try. Okay, lit.
Let.
Light.
Light.
Okay, very good. Leak and lick. These are our next set of word pairs. Antonio, leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lack.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Lack.
Okay, now what I would like you guys all to do is when you're in mute or when you're muted and other students are speaking, I want you to repeat along with me, okay? It'll help you. Right, Giovanni, leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Leck.
Leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Leck.
Very well done, excellent. Ivan, leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Excellent. Maria, leak.
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 Lick.
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 Okay, I want you to do something. Now, what's your language? What's your native language?
Spanish.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something a little weird, and just trust me on this. I want you to pinch your nose when you say these words, okay?
Okay.
Now, say leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Did you feel any pressure on your fingers?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you why. And this is something that the rest of you should be aware of if you speak a Romance language. English doesn't have any nasal sounds. As you can tell, I'm pinching my nose and my dialect or accent doesn't change. However, if we speak Spanish or French or Portuguese, you have some nasal sounds. If you pinch your nose and you feel pressure, you're sending air through your nose. Okay?
Okay.
That should be an indication that you need to stop doing that. And what you'll notice is when you do pinch your nose, not only will you feel that pressure, but your accent will decrease because the air can't come out through your nose.
Okay.
So let's try that again. Leak.
With the fingers or?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Okay, what I want you to do when class is over, I want you to go back to minute 18, just before you speak. And I want you to notice the difference. Your accent is much reduced with the last two word pairs that you said. Okay, so it does make a difference. It's a great little technique you can use.
Okay.
Raphael. Leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Thank you. Rosario.
Leak. Lick. Leak.
Leak.
Lick.
Lick.
Leak. Lick.
Excellent. Well done. Sarah.
Thank
Leak, lack.
Okay. Leak.
Leak,
Lick.
leak, lack.
Okay, so we're going to focus it. It's the I sound we've got here. L, L, L.
La,
You got to make some funny sounds in this class. Trust me on this. L, L, L.
la.
L, as in L-I.
La. L-I. Leak. Leak.
Lit. Lit.
Let.
Okay, lick.
Lick.
Perfect, there we go. Lick.
Lick.
Okay, so it's the vowel. Leak, we have an E, a long E. Lick, we don't, do we? Different.
Yeah.
So leak,
Leak.
lick.
Lick.
Perfect, well done. All right, let me find some other word pairs that I'm looking for. Here we go. You can tell I'm focusing on certain word pairs. All right, Antonio. We have liege, as in my liege, and lease. Liege and lease.
Lease. Lease. Lease.
Okay, so let's focus on the first one because I'm not hearing the G at all. Liege.
Leave. Leave.
Je.
Leash.
Liege.
Leash.
Better. Liege.
Leash.
Good. Liege.
Leash.
Lease.
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 Much better. Okay, good, Antonio.
Thank
Giovanni.
Okay.
Liege and lease.
Liege and lease.
Good. Liege.
Liege.
Lease.
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 Much better. Well done. Ivan.
Leash, lease,
Good, good. Let's do it a few more times, though. Lease.
lease,
Lease.
lease,
Okay, pinch your nose and do it again. Lease.
lease.
Okay, good. Are you, and you're pinching your nose?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, so let's say lease again.
Lease, leash,
Okay. Liege.
leash,
Good. Much better. Maria.
Liege. Lease.
Excellent. Liege.
Liege.
Lease.
Lease. Lease.
Well done. Thank you. Raphael.
Liege. Lease.
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 Yeah, relax. Just don't tense up. Lease.
Lease.
Very good. Now I want you to try something with me. I haven't done this before. I want you to whisper to me. Lease.
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 Leash.
Leash.
Very good. Excellent. Well done.
Sorry, I doubt it's with G sound or J. It's liege or liege.
Well, in English, and it's a little different. J, as in George. Jackson. But very similar, aren't they?
Yes.
Liege. J. Might be a good time to talk about this. It's like the letter C, right? It can be very soft or it can be hard. Same with a K, it can be soft or hard. Okay? And the G can be a little soft and hard too. So I want to show you how I pronounce the G. Normally it'd be G and J. G, J. Liege. Now watch how I say George, which is with a G. George. Liege. George. Liege. Not much of a difference in how my lips move. All right, Rosario. Liege.
Hold on. Okay. Liege.
Good. Lease.
Lease. Liege.
Perfect.
Lease.
I can see you're practicing.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and I recommend it, guys, because don't wait for your turn. This is one of the most boring classes I offer if you're waiting for your turn. Okay? So don't wait for your turn. Sarah. Liege.
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 Lease.
Lease.
Liege.
Liege. Liege.
Liege.
Liege.
See, the G here is voiced, so there is a bit of a vibration when we say liege.
Liege. Liege.
Perfect. Excellent. All right, let me see here if I've got something a little different I can do.
What about I have I forget.
See, if you forget, I can't help you.
Tongue twister in the half of the time. What about?
Well, I am actually looking for a tongue twister right now.
Yeah, it's a suggestion.
Yeah, I want to break things up a little bit. I'm just looking for ones that kind of cover these sounds. I have a lot of them, but they don't all cover this type of sound. No, so we don't want to do that one. No, that's heavy on TH. Sh. Oh, here's a good one. This one focuses on vowels. Okay, so I'm going to paste this at the bottom of the word pairs that I have there. So yes, there's a bit of the B sound here. There's a lot of words with B. But you'll notice, let's take a look down here at the bottom. Look at these 4 words here. What is the only difference in spelling? Anyone? Open question. Who can answer it?
What's the question again?
Okay, you gotta listen to me.
I'm listening, but I can't understand.
Okay.
Say it one more time.
These 4 words.
Yeah.
What is the only difference in spelling?
Spelling. The
The
mean.
vowel.
Yeah, the vowel. In
The
fact,
vowel.
it's the second vowel.
Mm-hmm.
So these words are identical to each other, with the exception of just one letter.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what makes this very difficult. So liege and lease, lick and leak, short E, long, short E's, long E's, short I's, long I's. Right? We've been focusing on vowels. So here we have one tongue twister where they sound almost the same. If you can't control your vowels, they'll all sound like botter, 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 botter. Or bitter, 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 or batter, batter, batter.
Ba, 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 ba.
So these 4 words, this is how we would actually say them. Botter, bitter, batter, better.
Better.
Now
But
I'm going to read this first because it's not easy. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Botter bought was a bit bitter and made her batter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better batter. So Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Botter's bitter batter better.
I think it's a one sentence, not like this.
Well, you asked for them, and this is what you get in an intermediate class. So let's go ahead and start with Sarah.
No, with the شو اسمه Rosero. He
No.
wanted to
Rosario.
say
No.
to me. He
Russ.
wanted Ras?
Russ.
Okay. You
This is
say
not a
it.
democracy. This is a dictatorship.
Okay, you read it first, teacher.
I just did.
No,
you gotta listen to me.
She wants me to read it first.
No. Okay, so Sarah, go ahead and start first because we're losing time.
Butters, bitter, batter, bitter, Betty, butter, boat, a bit of butter. The butter bait, butter, boat was a bit bitter. Boat was a bit bitter and made her bitter, bitter, but a bit of bitter butter makes bitter butter. So Betty, butter, both a bit of bitter butter, making bitter Betty butter bitter.
Okay, you went very slow, which is actually a good thing when you're starting out. You need to go slow if you're unsure. Now, as you go faster, it'll make more sense to people because you've got a rhythm and you've got emphasis. Let me hear you say Betty.
Betty.
Batter.
Better.
Batter.
Better.
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 Excellent. So it's very interesting here. If we look at these words, if we shorten them, we have completely different words. We have bit, bought, bat, and bet. These are all words. They have completely different meanings. So if we take bit and add ter, we have bitter. So it's the same sound, bit, bitter.
Yeah. Bit,
bat,
bitter.
batter. Bought, botter, bet, better. Okay?
Okay.
All right, excellent. So let's go to Antonio now. Antonio.
Okay. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit better and made her butter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter butter better.
Okay, very well done. That was very clear. What I want you to do now, Antonio, is I want you to pinch your nose so no air can come out, and I want you to say it one more time.
I have to repeat?
I want you to pinch your nose,
Yes.
I want you to repeat it again.
Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit better and made her butter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter butter better.
Well done, sir. Guys, I need 10 seconds. My baby's crying and it's distracting me. I just need to close the door. And then we're back with Giovanni. Just 10 seconds, please.
Okay.
Okay, tell baby to stop crying.
Go ahead, Giovanni.
I'm waiting for the teacher.
All right, baby has to stop crying now. There we go. All right,
Nice.
Giovanni, are you ready, sir?
Yeah. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit bitter and made her butter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter butter better.
Thank you. Now, Giovanni, did you pinch your nose when you said that? You did?
Yeah.
Did you notice any pressure on your fingers when you said it?
Okay.
Did you?
Betty Butter.
Hold on, Giovanni. You don't have to say it again. When you said the tongue twister,
the first phrase. Yeah.
so you felt the pressure?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So keep in mind that when you're speaking, try to avoid sending the air through your nose when you speak. In English, it comes out through your mouth. In North America, we speak more in the middle part of the mouth, or the palate, whereas the British speak further back in the throat, but it still comes out the mouth.
Really?
Yes, sir, it's quite true. We British speak a little bit different from those in the colonies.
Oh
Right.
my goodness.
Okay,
So-
on to somebody else now. Ivan, could you please repeat or say the tongue twister, please?
Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
Okay. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bitter and made her butter bitter, but a bit of better butter makes better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making better Betty Butter's bitter butter better.
Not bad, not bad. Now, I sense a bit of an English there because instead of saying butter, you're saying butter. In North America, we generally say butter. So we have the ER in there, not an A sound, so butter.
Okay.
Butter, please repeat.
Butter,
Butter.
butter,
Better, much better. Okay, but a bit of better butter.
but a bit of better butter.
But.
But a bit of better butter.
Just a minute, no, just what I'm saying. But.
But
That's a bad word.
but
a bit of better butter.
but a bit of better butter.
Much better, excellent. Butter.
Butter,
Butter.
butter.
Excellent.
Butter.
Oh, Rosario, you're not on mute.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so next we have Maria. Maria, could you now, it's your turn, say the tongue twister.
Okay, teacher. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit bitter, and made her butter bitter, but a bit of better butter made better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making better butters bitter butter better.
All right, so you're going to repeat this after me. I'm going to say the whole sentence. Making Betty Butter's bitter batter better.
With the fingers? Yes?
What do you mean with the fingers?
Fingers in my nose?
If you want to, you don't want to put your fingers in your nose, just pinch your nose like this.
Pinch.
Right?
Okay. Bakey Betty Butter's bitter butter better.
Wow, much better. Excellent. Well done. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm just going to say it one more time before we go to Raphael. Now, Raphael, what I want you to notice this time is the rhythm that I use, the emphasis. I'm going to say it almost as though I'm telling a story. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit better and made her batter better. But a bit of better butter makes better batter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter batter better. Okay, so you'll see what I did there, and I know you've been doing very well with your reading and your emphasis. So I want you to use your own style when you read this. Don't let the punctuation tell you how to tell the story. Choose your own rhythm and where you want to pause. Go ahead, please, Raphael.
Betty buttered Buff a bit of butter. The butter Betty buttered Buff was a bit bitter and made her batter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better better. So Betty buttered Buff a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter better better.
Excellent, well done. Now, the one thing I might do is, if you look at these two lines here, you can almost join them together, or join these two lines together. Let me read them to you and notice the difference. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit... Sorry, my tongue's getting twisted. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit bitter and made her batter bitter. Now let me go to the next highlighted phrase. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter batter better. I didn't stop at the end of the line. Okay?
Okay.
And when reading, quite often we'll do that. We choose our own rhythm. We don't always let punctuation tell us what to do. We put commas where we do because it's grammatically correct, or periods. But sometimes when we're reading, it doesn't always make sense to have a pause exactly there. All right. I know Rosario's getting ready because I can see him practicing. So Rosario, why don't you go ahead?
Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit bitter and made her batter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty's butter bitter, batter better.
Excellent. And made her batter bitter.
Bitter.
No, the whole thing.
And made her batter bitter.
All right. All right, so next we come to Sarah. Sarah, for your turn, I want you to sing it.
Huh? What?
I would like you to sing the tongue
Sing
twister.
this word. You put it.
No, I'm
I
kidding.
can't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So, are you ready?
Who?
You.
To what? To sing?
Just read it. Just read it out loud.
Okay.
You don't have to sing it.
The same. Butter, bitter, bitter, butter. The same.
No. Just the tongue twister.
Butters, bitter, bitter, butter, bitty, butter,
Hold on. Just a minute. I don't know where you're reading. Okay. So Betty bought a bit of butter, right? Is that what you're reading?
Yeah, Betty.
Okay.
Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The bitter butter bought was a bit bitter and made her bitter butter bought a bit, but a bit of bitter butter makes better butter. So Betty butter bought a bit of bitter butter, making Betty butter better. Betty butter.
I think you're nervous. You did better the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to read that back to you. What I want you to do is I want you to just relax, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and then breathe out deeply. Just relax, and then I'll have you do it again. But what I want you to do as I'm speaking is keep breathing.
You want me to say it fast?
No, I don't. No, because if you go fast, you're going to have trouble. I only want you guys to be able to go fast if you're able to do it accurately, slowly. So, for example, if I tried to go fast, it might sound like this. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty Butter bought was a bit bitter and made her batter bitter. But a bit of better butter makes better batter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter, making Betty Butter's bitter batter better. Now, I'm able to go fast with 2 mistakes because I can speak slowly. If you can't say it accurately, slowly, you don't want to go fast. Tongue twisters do a couple of things. One, they help our tongue. It's like an exercise for our tongue. We're doing the same or similar sounds repetitively. It's forcing us to exercise, to practice certain sounds. Okay, so that's the one thing it does.
Okay, so I read it slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
Okay. Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. The butter Betty bought was a bit bitter and made her bitter. But a bit of bitter butter makes bitter butter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of bitter butter, making Betty Butter's bitter butter bitter.
Excellent. What you might want to do as a homework assignment is practice this tongue twister a couple of times a day.
No homework.
Well, you can keep coming to class, and you know what? I'm sure Verbling likes you contributing money every month. But if you want to learn quicker and more effective, homework, and this is not a lot of homework, will help you get there quicker.
Okay.
All right. So now I want to pick on a few students. I've got a tongue twister here, and you guys don't know which one it's going to be yet. But who would like to be up for a challenge? Who wants to see how fast they can go?
I want to.
I want to as well.
All right. Now, I heard 2 people, but I couldn't tell who said that because I can't see the volume.
Ivan.
Rosario and Ivan. Okay. And Raphael would like to do it too.
And me, and I will win.
Me
Right,
too.
excellent. Awesome, guys. All right. So I'm just pasting this one out here. Let me make the text a little bigger.
Mm-hmm. Huh. How much wood?
Oh, hey, wait your turn. Okay, so here it is. Now I'm going to say it twice. Once slowly and once fast. Now, you get the most points for saying it without any mistakes, of course. So here we go, slowly. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Right? Now I want you to time me for going fast. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. A little faster.
Is that English or Chinese?
No way.
I went fast, but I made a mistake. I don't know if you noticed the mistake I made, but I definitely made a mistake. So who's my first volunteer?
Me.
Okay, me, Rosario, go ahead as fast as you can without making mistakes.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Excellent, only one mistake. So, one mistake for Rosario. Who wants to go next?
Me.
And me is Ivan. Okay,
Yes.
Ivan, go ahead.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Thank you. All right, again, just one mistake. So there's a question. This sounds a lot like Chinese than English. When we're learning English as young kids, one of the things they give us is these tongue twisters. Because as children, we're competitive. So the faster we can go and the more accurate we can go, the more or the better we improve. Really, it's a lesson, but through the competition as young children, we get better at it.
And plus a spelling contest.
Well, it's not so much a spelling contest because I've already put the words out there for you. No, Sarah, if it was Chinese, it'd be something like this. 你好吗? That'd be Chinese.
I know. I'm joking.
这个男孩子.
Well,
No way.
it sounded like Chinese.
It is Chinese. Here, I'll prove it to you.
So
No, I'm saying when you read the tongue twister very fast, it sounded like Chinese. That's what she meant.
it's like
Oh,
I wanted to say it. What's that?
that's Chinese.
No Chinese.
你好吗? All right, so let's get back to the tongue twister. So, Ivan,
Okay.
who is next now?
Me.
Sarah? Okay, go ahead.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Okay, you said it very well, but there was one mistake. You repeated the word twice, but very, very precise. Now, guys, I want you to listen because I want you to tell me at the end who you thought went the fastest. Raphael.
I'm the first.
Raphael, give it your best, sir.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, a woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Well, guys, no mistakes there.
It's like a hip hop.
Yeah. Zero mistakes. And so far, I don't know, you sound pretty fast there. Okay, who would like to go who hasn't had a turn yet? Antonio said something about Chinese, so Antonio, would you like a chance?
你好.
Oh, very good. You're
My fingers on my nose. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Okay, excellent. Let me hear you say chuck.
Chuck.
Perfect. That's exactly how it goes. Can you say it one more time for me with chuck?
Chuck. Chuck.
Chuck, chuck.
All right. Excellent. All right. One mistake. You made it 3 times, but it is, well, I should say 3 because it's the same word, but 3 times. All right. Who wants to go next? Does anybody else want to give it a try?
Yeah, me.
And who is me? Giovanni?
Giovanni, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Giovanni, whenever you're ready.
Okay. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Excellent. Just one mistake. Anybody else?
Me?
All right, Maria, let me just get ready here. Okay, go ahead when you're ready.
Okay. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Just one mistake. Could.
How?
Okay, let me go
Could.
back up.
Could.
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 Could. No.
Could.
Could.
Okay, just a minute. Just the teacher and Maria speaking.
Okay.
So,
Could.
could. So look at wood. See how wood is spelled?
Would.
Could.
Could.
Yeah, don't try to pronounce the L.
Okay. No.
Could.
L is mute.
It's not so much that it's mute, it's very subtle, but I want you to think of it. Because you're giving it too much emphasis, so could.
Could.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. All right. Any last chances? Anybody else want to try? Okay,
time?
so, huh?
Want me to try one more time?
Well, before we do that, I love people who want to try again.
Oh, okay.
These are our standings. Everybody is tied for first. Okay. I want to know, who do you think went the fastest, guys?
I think it's Raphael.
Raphael went pretty good.
Okay, so it seems like everyone thinks Raphael went the fastest. All right, so how about this then? Because I'm
I go
going
for
to
the
step up.
second position.
Well, what I would like Raphael to do is try it one more time as fast as he can go. Then I want you guys to see if you can match his speed or even beat him. Raphael, would you do us the honor?
Okay. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Thank you. Okay, who wants to try and beat Raphael or match his
I'll
speed?
try.
All right, go ahead, please.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Man! Okay, as far as errors, you're both tied for none.
No. Me.
I can't tell who was faster there.
Well,
All right,
let's
me?
say we're even, all right?
I think so. Okay, me, it's your turn.
Let's make it even.
Woodchuck,
Oh, I'm getting some static there. Okay, Sarah, did you say you wanted to try?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, guys. Silent. Sorry, go ahead. Guys, silent for Sarah.
What? I silent? What?
No, I asked everybody else to be silent while you.
Okay. I want to try to say it in fast.
Go ahead.
And I don't think. How much could the check if a woodchuck could a woodchuck could it the wood he?
Sarah?
That's it.
And this is why we have so much fun teaching children, because they are very competitive and they always go too fast and they make mistakes. And it's funny. And it's okay to laugh when we're doing tongue twisters, especially if the person speaking is laughing. We should try to avoid laughing if the person speaking isn't laughing, because we don't want anybody to feel offended. But yeah, tongue twisters are fun.
Yeah, but I can't fast. When I'm talking, I'm not talking like fast. It's me. I'm like this. I'm talking a little.
I understand. Well, what we're going to do now, see if we can get somebody to break the tie. So I'm going to say it fast again. So Raphael and I can't remember, was it Gio and Rosario or Giovanni? I can't remember the two of you that were the fastest. I want you to listen to how I say it fast and see if you can get close to my speed. Maybe we can have a winner in the fastest. Okay. Okay, so here we go. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Not easy.
I'm fast more than.
Well, what you're going to notice is these words, the sounds are similar and they kind of roll off your tongue. Raphael, would you like to try first?
Sorry, repeat.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Okay, I don't know. Let's try. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Holy cow, Raphael! That is fast. I think you're just as fast as me. Well done.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't make a mistake, but you faltered about once or twice, but I'll say no errors. All right, who wants to see if they can match Raphael's speed?
Let's try.
Go ahead.
I don't know, but okay. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Very good. Now, guys, this is one of our easier tongue twisters, but I've never heard you guys say it nearly as fast. Now, as we progress through pronunciation and we try Betty Botter and we try seashells and she sells seashells, Peter Piper and others, the Thin Thieves, you're going to find that the more you practice with me, the more you practice your homework, the faster you're going to get, the more your mouth is prepared with these English sounds and the better you'll get. Now we've come to the end of another class. I've added a few classes to my schedule since yesterday, and something else I'm starting to do. I added 2 classes yesterday, and Raphael, how did I add those classes? What did I do?
Sorry,
Oh, maybe you weren't in class. Well, I had a class yesterday, guys, and I didn't have a Saturday and a Friday class. So I asked students, what do you
Yeah.
want me to teach you?
Yeah. And you right.
Pronunciation.
Well, what I did is I took the first 2 recommendations and I created 2 classes right there. So I created role play for Friday, and I created a public speaking tips and techniques class.
Yeah, it's what I ask.
That's right, I remember now. So what I will do next week in one of my classes, I'll do the same thing. What do you guys want me to teach? And I'll set that class. I'll set 2 classes for that week. All right?
Okay.
That way you guys
Good.
get what you want.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
make one class for this tongue twist.
Well, usually pronunciation will have tongue twisters in them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not the same without it. Well, guys,
Maybe one day I will win.
I'm sure you will. Well, guys, I've got dinner waiting for me upstairs, so I need to go spend some time with my family. Have yourself a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for choosing me as your
thank you,
teacher.
Simon.
Thank you, teacher.
Have a good
You're welcome.
dinner.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Awesome.
guys. Take care, Raphael. Cheers.